Hello there everyone, I'm Dresden, and welcome back to another episode of GTA Vehicle Tests here on GTA Online, where we test out my personal vehicles to see which one is the best to drive. Today we are testing this. This is the Oracle. I believe it's the normal Oracle. This is part of my 3-episode special to kind of introduce the series to people. People being all of you guys. And it's for Valentine's Day. That's why it's pink. My Valentine's Day gift to you guys is this new series that's technically 2 series put into one. But we're doing the first 3 vehicles are going to be kind of like pinkish and very Valentine's Day-y. So yeah, this is the Ubermacht Oracle. Why he's partying, man? I don't remember how to not. There you go. Stop dancing. Not allowed to dance. I got the music muted anyway. But yeah, here we are. In my Oracle, this is my personal vehicle. It is, I believe, stock other than visual customizations. But I've driven it a little bit. The Oracle is my, I think, for like normal vehicle driving purposes that spawn in the traffic, I think the Oracle is my favorite of them all. I'm just a big fan of this. And I think that this paint scheme is pretty cool. I'm a fan. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, wait, let's not. So, we're introducing the series. Okay. So, we're going to drive, again, all the way around here, following the waypoint as close as we can. Stop there, head in, fix the car, leave, set a waypoint back to the docks, and we're going all the way around, and then we got to go through the city a little bit, right back to this parking lot right here. We do that route, and then we will see what vehicle does the best. I've only done 1 episode, so you may not know what it is. This is episode 1 of 2 of the tests for this particular vehicle. And this one, all we are doing is following this waypoint very precisely to make it to the top of the map. There is a custom shop at the very tippy top of the map where we will go in, repair our vehicle, leave, and then we will set a waypoint back to the docks and drive right back to where we started. You can see that timer in the right-hand corner, in the top right. That is the time of this vehicle. Of course, we have a leaderboard where you can see all of the times of the vehicles, but I have not showed you all that yet, and you guys won't see it at the end of this episode. You will see it at the end of the next episode, because having just 2 vehicles on there is not enough to justify showing the leaderboard yet. So, I am not going to bother showing it yet, but just know we do have it up there. The leaderboard does have 2 separate columns, one for this road bit, and one for the off-road bit that we're going to do with this vehicle as well for the second part of the test. Both of them are going to be kept up to date depending on what vehicles we do, though. And then I will be moving all of the vehicles into my office garage in the order that they are on the leaderboard. So if it places like 5th, then it'll be the 5th car in the garage. I don't actually own that office garage yet, though, so that's coming at a later date. I should be able to afford it, but I keep buying cars, and I really need to buy that garage. So we'll get there at some point, don't worry, but for now, I just got to keep track of the vehicles and how they're doing by myself. And it'll be alright. It'll go alright. The only exception I'm going to take to the waypoint is this. Technically, it's slower because it's not a straight line, but it's hardly slower. And I like going that way just to avoid the traffic in that tighter area there. This is my 2nd attempt recording this episode. It kind of stinks. The first time I only made it up to this bridge here, and then I actually just autopilot got off the highway, and I'm not quite sure why. I think it's because I've done a heist so many times, and it requires you to get off the highway there to go to like Paleto Bay. And there's a lot of stuff to do for heist in Paleto Bay apparently. But I got off of this exit right here. I didn't stay on the highway. And I think it's Paleto Bay. I don't really know very well. No, we're going to Paleto Bay. I don't know what that area is, but yeah, I ended up... Ooh, jeez. that truck hit both of those. I ended up getting off the highway, and so I decided I would restart the timer because I did not mean to do that. I just autopiloted. That's alright. Second attempt. The only problem is first attempt, I didn't hit a single thing until I got there. Car was pristine. This attempt has not been as smooth, so that first one would have been a little faster, but of course I got off the highway, so kind of rough. Also, the first turn out of the dock, I messed up on that first run, so they probably would have been fairly similar times. But we'll stick with this one, because this one is the better one. So, we got 2 miles until we get to the top of the map. This feels pretty good. Honestly, this feels like it's maybe the speed of the Rustin. It's probably close, at least, and the Rustin, especially at the end, I messed up the end of my run with the Rustin. I meant to just drive straight back into the parking lot, and instead I drove around the parking lot at the end of the episode, and kind of messed up the time there. So if we need to do a rerun of the Rustin, if you guys want to see a rerun of the Rustin, do let me know. I will run a couple more vehicles before I do that, but I know that that could have had probably maybe even 10 seconds faster of a time if I would have just made that work better with that last turn, but I didn't. I messed it up, and that is my bad. And I will own up to it. But, oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, if you guys didn't see the last episode, definitely go check it out. We talk a lot more about what's going on here. Other ideas, all that stuff. I ask for your guys' opinions. All kinds of stuff, so I would recommend going and checking it out. We have made it to the auto shop. Let's go in.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you?
Repair. We're out. Now we just rush down. This is included in the time. All the way down here, set the waypoint, and go. Now the waypoint is pointing me to the left. Once I get to, I think it was 8.19 miles or 8.2 miles, something like that, left on the route, it will change because that is exactly halfway through the route. It'll reroute me to this direction. But this is what we want to do. We're going all the way around the map and we're timing it. So, maybe I was wrong about how long, actually. What is it? Wait, when does it switch? When does it switch over? I'm looking now at the waypoint. It switched, oh. Yeah, no, it did. It switched at 8.28. So I was a little bit off, but not much. It was really confused for a sec, though. Now this sun is going to be awful, and I hope that we're not ending this at night. That would be a little bit unfortunate. There's also some turns up here that are a little sketchy. Especially in the faster vehicles. I know this, from what I believe, is stock. So I'm not quite sure how it's gonna go to the end there, but we will see. We will definitely see. Let's go ahead and get around. This is the scarier turn. We gotta be a little careful here. Ooh, it's more scary with the cars, but that's okay. Hold on. I need to reply a text to someone that just called me. I'm still paying attention to the road, of course. There's gonna be a little bit of silence while I type, though. Okay. We are good. Let's hit this turn. Now the sun is out of our eyes, which is nice. Sorry about that, by the way. My girlfriend called me, and I forgot to tell her that I was filming. And she's at work, so hopefully she didn't need anything. Oh, bad turn. I did not slow down enough for that. That is my bad. Okay. The front end of this does not look good anymore. We hit that really hard. Hopefully our handling feels fine still. So we should be all right there. But man, that was a risky turn. Man, did we take a hit on that guardrail. That was really bad. Let's go inside, outside. Okay. We're good. Yeah, cars like to turn in front of me on this road, as you can see. That's the second one to try to do it. Of course, I'm driving in the center of the road to kind of try and avoid that, but whenever I'm going this way, vehicles are always turning left in front of me, and it's just, it's so annoying every time they do. Every time they try to cut me off and get me to hit them, it is just the most annoying thing. But we're making it. That peyote almost slammed into me head first. We're about to go into the more technical bit of this. Now, of course, all we've been doing so far is going flat out, hardly hitting the brakes. Now we go to the technical part, and this is where not only do I need to really start paying attention to the GPS, but also I need to really start being careful of my driving, because we're going to take a couple of turns here. Now, it's not as many turns as you would think going through the city, but it's still fairly technical. That's all right. Hopefully that didn't hurt my handling, because I feel like that also had a good chance of hurting it. No, I think we're still going in a straight line. I just had to line it up there a bit. Sorry. Tried to not hit the pole on the apex, but I did hit the pole. Now, we cut through that grass last time in the Ruston, and then I realized that's kind of cheating, because I said I was going to follow the waypoint very cleanly besides that first bit on the highway. And I didn't at that point. So I considered that cheating, and we're not going to do that anymore. So it kind of, me messing up with the that final turn into the parking lot with the Ruston, kind of almost made up for that messed up turn back there that I did with it, where I kind of cheated through the grass. Though I don't even remember, I may not have made it through the grass. I may have hit a bench and like flipped or something. I'm not quite sure. But that area is... Oh, someone tried to cut me off and it distracted me. Man, the front of this, not clean. I know the Ruston's bumper was hanging off. Oh, we pull to the left now. We sure do pull to the left now. Bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah, the front of this is not in a great shape. And the front of the Ruston was in a decent shape, but the Ruston's also a newer vehicle to the game, and the newer vehicles have a like kind of less of a damage model than the older ones. So this one can get damaged a lot more than the Ruston could. And the Ruston's front bumper was hanging off, so that thing took a beating still. Oh, I didn't see that car. Crap. Now, I'm going to say it now because it's kind of obvious that this is a problem. This is based off of my driving of the vehicles. How I am driving them. So, it is going to be a little bit different, comparatively, to just like if I did multiple runs to this. Also, I don't think I followed the waypoint last time, because this is the way that the waypoint's taking me this time, and it's not the way that I was going last time. But maybe it was a little different. I don't know. We're in the parking lot, though. That is the end of the time. And that was, I would say, a smooth run. Our vehicle doesn't show that it was a smooth run, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. This thing just breaks so unbelievably easily. And that's kind of just the problem that it has. It's a legacy vehicle, not a legacy per se, but an older vehicle in the game, and they just take more damage than the newer ones. But you can see the time on the screen. I don't know how it compares to the Ruston. They're probably pretty even because I messed up decently in both of them. I don't know. I'll see in in editing. Sorry. Of course, I cannot see the timer right now. That gets added after the video gets edited. Or, well, as the video is getting edited. So, I cannot see it at the moment. You guys can, though. Hopefully, the time's good. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and the bell icon down below to get notified of when I upload. Stay tuned, because we will be running this on the dirt rally course that's on this map, over in the pipeline area. I can show you all the area, right here. We're going to be doing 5 laps around the outside of this, seeing how it compares to the Ruston and any other vehicle that we end up running in the future. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, this has been Dresden on Grand Theft Auto 5 online and expanded and enhanced. Still don't quite know what to call it. And yeah, goodbye.